Thanks to Bethesda for sponsoring this video. Ever since the Homestead update in 2017, Elder Scrolls Online players have been able to own, decorate, and even design from the ground up their own houses and invite others to visit and hang out, with craftable, lootable, and buyable furnishings of all kinds available to find across Tamriel as quest and achievement rewards or in the in-game crown store.
Over the years, this feature has only expanded, with more homes to choose from, new furnishings being added constantly, and the limitless creativity of the players themselves unleashing a magnificent world of inspiration and wonder.
And that magnificent world has finally become more accessible than ever. Bethesda asked me to check out Update 43's new Home Tours feature, so I'm going to redecorate one of my houses, and then we're going to go take a look at someone else's house.
Hey, that sounds fun. Can I come?
Absolutely.
Very dank.
With home tours, ESO players can list a house they've created with a variety of descriptive tags in a publicly accessible house folio of sorts, where any player, whether you know them or not, will be able to visit your home, check it out, favourite it, and recommend it to other players.
If you're the kind of player that loves to express your creativity, Home Tours is for you. I should point out that I'm using add-ons on PC that change the look of the user interface, so it's a little different to the base game UI you'll see on consoles, but all the controls in the housing editor are the same. If you've been curious about ESO's housing but feel overwhelmed, let me show you how fun and easy it really is. Hang out with me as I decorate Exorcised Coven Cottage.
I have this house too, as one of my favourite guilty pleasures to hang out in. So what are you building, Katt, and how can I help you?
Trask gave me an awesome idea, Tower of the Hedge Witch, but it's a tower made of hedges. You can help by standing over there and narrating while I build.
It would be my pleasure, Katt. So what we're looking at here is the housing editor menu. When you're in a home you own, you'll be able to select furnishings stored in your inventory or collections and place them anywhere you want within the home's boundary. There's virtually no limit to what you can do and no wrong uses for anything. For example, a stool could be a stool, or it could be flipped upside down and used as a support column. Many players have embraced the art of cobbling, that is, cobbling things together out of other things. The housing editor doesn't try to prevent you from getting creative, allowing players to clip furnishings into each other at whatever angle they like to turn simple objects into complicated 3D mosaics of awesomeness.
If you're new to housing in ESO, it's not as intimidating as you may think. Start small. You might be tempted to dive in head first, but even the small in rooms can be quite fun to build with a 30 furnishing limit. Practice placing things with precision. The more you build, the more familiar you will become with the furnishings that are available to you, and you'll start to discover which furnishings fit your personal style and which ones you find most useful in your designs. There are myriad ways to acquire furnishings, including purchasing from the Crown Store, guild stores, luxury vendor, leads from scrying, achievement furnishings, and crafting your own when you learn the furnishing recipes.
The versatility of the furnishings themselves is incredible. Want to reach a high up area? Use a solid furnishing or 10 as scaffolding and build your way up to wherever you're trying to reach, even without add-ons.
Don't be afraid to make a mistake. There is an undo option, but sometimes a build won't turn out quite how you envision it. It may be even better than you'd imagined.
Thanks for the tips, Katt. So what are you doing up there right now?
I'm covering these turrets and hedges. Just a hedge-tastic tower of bushiness.
I never would have imagined Exorcised Coven Cottage having a gigantic tower in the middle of it. It's a really creative idea. I'm impressed.
This was all Trask's idea. I'm just trying to put my spin on it. He makes such amazing houses and his slides are incredible.
You're gonna build a slide here, right? Oh, there you are. You're doing it right now. Super dank.
First time I've tried to build a slide. I'm pretty proud of myself. Slides are one of the most fun things you can build in ESO housing. It's all about figuring out the right angles.
It really is impressive to see just how complex some of the builds out there can get. I know in the past you've judged a few housing contests. I've seen entire cobbled towns, railways and locomotives, airships, cars, post-apocalyptic ruins, farmsteads, mansions, castles, dockyards, village squares with markets and festivals. The sky is literally the limit when it comes to what players can do with housing, and there's never been a better time than now to dive into this amazingly inventive world with the new Home Tour feature, allowing players on all platforms to quickly and easily visit each other's creations right from the group menu.
For the finishing touches, I added some of those beautiful new tree furnishings that arrived with the Gold Road chapter, just to add a little splash of color. Exorcised Coven Cottage is kind of a dank, foggy place, So this really helps transform the entire vibe.
The place is unrecognizable in the most wonderful way. Good job, Katt.
I think I'm pretty happy with what I've built here, especially the little slide. So I'm gonna list it for people to visit. I know one person who's gonna come see this place, Arttea. If you want to see what she thought of the place, head over to her channel and check it out. As for me, I'm gonna go take a look at the house she decorated and listed on home tours. This is beautiful, the kind of place to read a book on a rainy day.
Snug pod, I love this little place. That fire does look cozy to sit beside.
Yeah, it does. Oh, hey. Look at this little adorable guy sitting by the sweet roll. He's so cute.
Well, he can keep the sweet roll. I don't know where he's been. I'm not eating it.
Ooh, this lampshade cobble is clever. What furnishings are these?
I love that the housing editor can be opened even in other people's houses so that you can see what each individual furnishing is, see its name, and then you can find out where to get them yourself if you get some inspiration.
I really love this cute little kitchen dining area. You really made an entirely livable home inside this tree trunk.
Is Snug Pod a tree trunk? I thought it was a bunch of woven tree branches. Maybe it's a bunch of woven tree trunks. Well, in any case, it's definitely made of trees. And there's a lot of wooden stuff inside, and a lot of really good cobbles. I love the intricate little items all over this table. It's really amazing.
I'm gonna take a look upstairs in the bedroom.
You can't walk into another lady's chambers. That's against the law or something.
It's okay, I was invited.
Well, I wasn't, so I'm gonna stay downstairs by the nice warm fire with that little guy and his sweet roll, and I'm totally not gonna eat any of the sweet roll because I don't know where that little guy has been with his little paws. Totally not gonna eat the sweet roll.
Chris, are you eating the sweet roll?
No.
I'm constantly impressed by just how much can be done with the smaller homes in ESO's housing. This place is a perfect example with all the cobbled furnishings and details everywhere.
It really is. And coming back downstairs, are you? Look, see? The sweet roll's still there. I didn't eat any of it. I was tricking you. But yeah, it really is impressive what people can do, even with the smaller homes in ESO's housing. I've had a really good time exploring the new home tour feature, and I'm actually excited to get in there and explore what other people have created. Maybe even get back into housing a little bit myself.
I think everyone should try decorating a home. It really is a ton of fun. Arttea, I loved your little snug pod. This is getting a recommendation from me, and it's going in my favorites too, so that I can sneak back in here and sit by the fire sometime. I hope you guys enjoyed this little look at Update 43's new Home Tours feature, which is available now for free as part of the base game.
Yes, get stuck in and make amazing things, then go look at each other's amazing things like we just did.
And if you made it all the way here, why not subscribe?
Yes, unlike Nick Sounds, subscribing is awesome.
Thanks again to Bethesda for sponsoring this video.